Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Dayana binti Muhammad Fazulin. What is digital economy? The term digital economy refers to the production, adoption, and innovation of digital technologies and services in relation to socio-economic functions for improved wealth generation, productivity, and quality of life by the public and private sectors as well as by the general public. The digital economy is the area of the economy that is driven by the billions of daily interactions that occur online between individuals, businesses, devices, data, and processes. Hyperconnectivity, or the increase of interconnectivity of people, organizations, and machines as a result of the internet, mobile technologies, and the Internet of Things is the foundation of the digital economy. This is according to 2022. The emergence of the digital economy is challenging long-held beliefs about how organizations are organized, how they interact with one another, and how customers access services, information, and products. In Malaysia, there is an agency called Malaysian Digital Economy Corporation, MDEC, a division of the Ministry of Communications and Digital that has been in charge of the economy's digital transformation for 26 years. They want to support a forward-thinking, innovation-driven digital economy. They are concentrated on the three main factors that will propel digital sector investment, which is educating Malaysians with digital skills, enabling digital-powered business, and ensuring that the growth of our digital economy is inclusive and rewarding for all. The Ministry of Communications and Multimedia Malaysia's MDEC, formerly known as Multimedia Development Corporation Sdn Bhd, is the main organisation responsible for advancing Malaysia's digital economy. The goal of MDEC, which was founded 22 years ago, has been to advance the digital economy of the country. MDEC's implementation efforts are focused on promoting digital equality, fostering digital innovation ecosystems, cultivating local tech champions, and fostering investment. Additionally, MDEC is in charge of encouraging participation from international ICT businesses to invest in and develop cutting-edge digital and creative solutions in Malaysia, as well as fostering talent to drive digital innovation globally.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Zulaikha Nabil Rojin. I would like to present about the problem of digital economy in Malaysia. Digital economy delivers new opportunities but also new problems and game rules in the global market. The recently published Malaysian Digital Economy Action Plan has highlighted a number of issues or problems that must be solved in order for Malaysia to accomplish its objective of being a digitally driven, high economic country and regional leader in the digital economy. The first issue confronting the digital economy is monopolistic power. A monopoly is a firm that operates in a market with hardly any competition and no substitute for its product. Monopolies can impose price increases and create obstacles to entry into the market. Enterprises create monopolies by controlling the whole supply chain from manufacturing to sales via vertical integration or by purchasing rival companies in the markets via merger and acquisition, so becoming the sole manufacturer. Despite the possibility for new ventures, several parts of the digital economy have become controlled by monopolistic businesses. For example, Amazon has a monopoly on online sales, which means that many businesses must go through the Amazon marketplace to attract consumers who go to Amazon out of habit. The second issue is that technology is addictive. According to a recent study, technology addiction is a natural outcome of today's digital world, which is characterized by an attention economy. Even though digital platforms create addictive experience by manipulating human brain vulnerabilities, customers spend extended periods of time staring at displays. While the internet can save time in principle, for example, obtaining bus timing on the internet is much simpler than on paper copies. The time saved may be compensated by the time we waste checking Facebook, Twitter, and online searches. The disruption of digital is the third problem. People generally associate the term disruption with negative association. A downed power line interferes with our electricity, a noisy neighbor interferes with our sleep, transport interferes with communication, and a derailed train interferes with community service. Disruption is not necessarily a good thing, while the term digital disruption refers to the transformation that happens when new digital technologies and business models influence the value proposition of existing goods and services. The fast rise in the usage of mobile devices for personal and professional purpose, known as the consumerization of IT, has raised the potential for digital disruption across many industries. From the time of the lunatic to the assembly line, new technology has always caused economic uncertainty. The fourth issue in the digital economy is privacy. Technological advancement has produced a condition of extreme conflict and incompatibility between the right to privacy and the broad data pooling that is the foundation of the digital economy. This evolution necessitates a fresh understanding of the nature of that right. Data collection and exploitation have become a large industry. For example, Facebook collects a huge amount of information on its users, which have been purchased by political groups in order to provide highly targeted political advertisement to its users. Then, when we consider the Internet of Things, which is IoT, bring your own device IT regulation and the expanding number of the Internet-connected tablet, phone, and watches, data privacy becomes more challenging to monitor. People have more data to handle as we bring more gadgets into the office. Last but not least, the digital economy's problem is the circumvention of labor rules. The digital economy has led to an increase in the use of self-employed freelancers who are not covered by the same labor regulation as employees. Drivers for Deliveroo and Uber, for example, are regularly hired on zero-hour contracts. Workers on zero-hour contracts are hired with no guarantee of how much work they will receive. That's all for me. I would like to pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Farouk and I will tell about implication from digital economy. Malaysia's digital economy is one of its most important economic pillars, accounting for 22.6% of the country's gross domestic product, or known as GDP. According to MDEC CEO Mahathir Aziz, this percentage is predicted to rise to 25.5% by 2025. MDEC's budgetary priorities for 2023 are to catalyze the growth of Malaysia's digital-focused sectors, enable more holistic digital financial inclusion, and drive the expansion of the Islamic digital economy. MDEC's E-Ladang Digital Labs Satellite Farms initiative aims to train more than 1,500 farmers in agri-tech solution by 2021. In line with Malaysia Digital's aspiration, MDEC is supporting possible digital unicorns through a series of targeted advising, mentorship, and exposure programs. According to Mahathir, there is also a considerable need for resources and legislation to assist the development of digital cities. And thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Jahida binti Ghazali. As you can see on the screen, I was in charge to present the recommendations for our topic. The first recommendation is boost the economic competitiveness through digitalization. Why the government need to do so? First of all, it is to prevent the monopoly of market from happening. Based on data in 2015, only 29% of firms had a web presence, with only 5.2% of businesses engaging in e-commerce. Not all businesses are able to adapt with the innovation happen in the economy, where some of the organizations may lack of knowledge about digital market. As Malaysia is well known practice the open market, issue of monopoly in market should not be happen. When there are competition in digital market, it will create a fair competition. Moreover, it can attract more local and foreign investors to invest in the country. Not only that, competition market will give benefit to consumers as they can enjoy the price down. The issue of monopoly in market may be weighed up as other organizations can enter the market where the competition takes place. Touch and Go is one of the examples of monopoly in market as people can only use its service to pay the tolls before. However, the government has taken the initiative where people are allowed to use other digital payments such as debit or credit card, Visa, or any kind of digital payment system. Next is increase the digital investment. According to the Economy SEA 2019 report by Google, Temasek, and Bain & Company, ASEAN is poised to be the next key global growth region. Malaysia is primed to be the leading digital economy in ASEAN, which has over 650 million consumers. The internet economy alone is expected to be worth $300 billion by 2025. Why digital investment is important? It is to attract investment and advancing the Malaysia's digital economy. First and foremost, Malaysia should continue to be attractive as a digital investment location so that we can attract more investors to invest in our country. Additionally, Malaysia should narrow the gaps of 4 key elements known as policy, regulations, infrastructure, and digital talent. The existing regulatory framework must be adaptable to new business models spawned by the digital economy's expansion and fast-evolving digital technology. NTT, Hitachi Sunway Information Systems, Transcosmos, and DKSH CSS Content Tools is the examples of global tech firms that continue showing confidence by reinvesting in Malaysia. After that, it is recommended to improve the inclusivity. Digital inclusivity, also known as digital inclusion, is the ability of individuals or groups to gain access to and use information and communication technologies. Before this, the internet is not widely available in Malaysia. There are significant gaps in the availability to fixed broadband, ranging from 18.5% in Sabah to 70.5% in Kuala Lumpur. The implementation of 4G fiber to all states in Malaysia has allowed everyone to access the internet. However, it is better to have the best one where 5G fiber should replace the 4G as it is more faster and can enhance its economic resilience. By having the 5G network, the potential of new products and service launching will increase. 5G also can support digitalization of SMEs and large corporations so that they can be ahead in local and global markets. The coverage of 5G networks are expected to reach 80% by 2024. The 5G deployment has potential to boost the economy, which will comprise 18.4% of Malaysia's gross domestic product, GDP, and also the total of GDP can go up to 0.38% per year. In digital world, lack of data issue or data theft is common to happen. Implement a strong data management strategy is the next recommendation for our topic. It is a plan for organization and storing data so that authorized people can use and access it effectively. Why should to implement such strategy? It is to enhance the privacy and security. Creating a company-wide security mindset where employees have their own username and password to let the company observe who is responsible if the data is stolen internally. Next, the organization can do the encryption of data as it can protect the valuable information from hackers and rob employees. The example of the data that organization should secure is such as customer financials and account information, cardholder data and transactions, and non-public personal information. Fail to do so will let the third parties to steal the data and the organization will lose the customer trust. Last but not least, it is recommended to establish the digital reskilling and upskilling programs. As car market has innovated into the digital market, many zero-skill and semi-skilled employees are afraid of losing their jobs as they do not have enough skills and knowledge in order to adapt with the new one. Therefore, this program is to help them for being able to adapt with the digitalizations of jobs. The organizations can get help from the Digital Skills Training Directory that has been launched by the Malaysia Digital Economy Corporation (MDEC) to discover the training courses. The government also can provide incentive for the low-income employees to help them join the program so that they can develop new skills. Digital Skills for Tomorrow's Job is one of the examples of reskilling and upskilling program that we have. It is under the auspice of My Future Jobs of the Human Resources Ministry. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Siti Farah Nur Zahira binti Murah and my matric number is 2028-28502. As we can see, the government approach to developing Malaysian digital economy is viewed positively because digital economy has the potential to ensure the country economic stability and financial stability. Malaysia digital economy has created new opportunities for business growth. The government must closely support this development by safeguarding Malaysia users' digital data in order to prevent data theft. This is necessary to keep the country's image in the eyes of global investors so that they do not hesitate to invest in Malaysia. The digital economy relies on a stable internet network. The government must ensure that the entire Malaysian community has effective internet access by taking a grassroots approach in teaching digital economics to Malaysian students. When the government implemented the Goods and Service Tax in 2015, people are struggle to understand and integrate it. GST provides a high return and helps the country finance. Same goes to digital economy. The government must learn from GST implementation in order to avoid similar problems in the digital economy. Petronas is one of the companies that support the digital economy approach. Petronas has collaborated with Microsoft to enhance Malaysia's digital economy. The collaboration will focus on digital foundation key areas such as digital talent development for national development. If properly implemented, this strategy has the potential to play a significant role in overcoming digitization challenges.